All right. So guys, I just want to quickly, set up the camera here, just talk a little bit about the last couple of days. I'm not even sure how long it's been. I mean, I didn't make a daily upload for these 7 days leading up to the end of the challenge. All I did was make an announcement 2 days afterwards that I actually hit the 5K. And then after that point, it's been 3 days longer. So the next 7 plus 5, what is that, 13, 12? Yeah, 12 days. The last 12 days. What has been up? Well, the 7 days leading up to the end were very, very hard. Mega stressful, lots of work. As you can imagine, I was trying to close a lot of deals and get a lot of new ones in that time because it was hard for me. I don't have good sales knowledge, and that was the first time I had to force myself to get onto sales calls. That was the first time I had to create my own scripts and, test theories on what works. That was the first time that, I had to go in person for interviews. It was tough, it was tough. It took a lot of my time. Obviously, as you all know, I'm also a student. I'm still in high school, so, balancing that whole thing is also something. Obviously, I don't do much schoolwork anymore because this is just taking up like nearly 100% of my life right now. But yeah, it's still something to consider, of course. And yeah, and finally when I finished and I had security and like safety that like I hit it, and I will hit it because, those I'm booked in for dates that will not change, you know what I mean? So it's basically guaranteed unless something catastrophic happens. So yeah, once I had that security, I took a break and I didn't work for multiple days. I said in the video where I hit the 5K that I didn't work for the past 2 days. Well, it's been 3 days after that and I haven't worked for the past 5 days. Obviously, like very, very small amounts of work, like little things here and there, editing, little stuff, but nothing really too crazy, nothing like a work period, nothing like that. I spent a lot of time with my family because I neglected that, I'll be honest. I spent a lot of time focusing on my health, refocusing on my health. And I'll tell you something honestly, because I don't know if any of y'all have gone through this or if this is something normal, but I am suffering through this right now. And it's that I'm stressing so much when I'm not working that I'm actually getting like frequent stomach aches. I'm waking up with like dreams about work. I mean, dreams sounds fun. Sometimes it's like nightmares. Sometimes like I'm literally dreaming. I'm asleep and I'm dreaming and I'm forgetting that I have the SD card in my camera or something. I'm going up to shoot and I'm like, oh. And it's like I have nightmares like that. It's so funny. It only happened to me once, by the way. That scenario, like in real life. That was like a year ago. But it's funny. I've never had that before. I'm dreaming about work. I'm having stomach aches just like randomly in the day. It's like stressing about work. I'm stressing about scaling. Cause like, I know I could hit the 5K again. It's not that hard. It was hard to get here, but like, once you do something once, kind of like what are the systems in place and what are the kind of steps and the actions you have to take to get there again. So it's not that stressful. So it's like, why am I so stressed? I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe it's the absence of work over the past couple of days that's been making me feel this way. Like the fact that I'm not working might make me feel stressed that I'm leaving money on the table. Let's switch topics a little bit. Me and my mom were discussing this theory called the four burner theory, which is something I've heard before, but I have not revisited in a very long time. And I thought it'd be valuable to share with you guys because it's a very, very good description of what my life actually goes through over the course of a year. If I take last year as an example, which I didn't document on YouTube, but I have a bunch of videos from just like this. I might share, maybe not, who knows. But I noticed that every quarter I have a different priority. So let me hold on for a second. The four burner theory is like you have four burners that are lit. And one of them is family, one of them is friends, one of them is work, one of them is health. And oh my gosh, I'm wanting to sneeze like this whole time. Wait. And so basically, you have these four burners, and the theory is you cannot be successful with all of these burners up to the max. So to be successful, you have to turn off one. To be really successful, you have to turn off two. And last year, unconsciously, by the way, I had no idea about this theory yet, but unconsciously, the first quarter was a health quarter. I was no, it wasn't a health quarter. It was a friends quarter. I was hanging out a lot with friends. I was doing a lot of like street photography with people I knew. Didn't really make much money yet, so I was just like hanging out for shits and giggles. So that was like first quarter. That was like January to about like March. Then March to May or June or whatever the second quarter looks like. That was a work quarter. I started getting my first small paying jobs. Like I'm talking like really small paying though, like $100 for 3 hours of work. Insane. Plus editing too, which I didn't get paid for. Yeah, it's back then it was crazy. I had so many like $100, $200 sessions. And then if you calculate it hourly, I was making like minimum wage or below. It was just insane. But anyway. But yeah, anyway, I had that work quarter, and then I went into a family quarter with the summer, and I went to Poland and all that. And then I had a health quarter at the very end because I didn't work out for many, many months. And I had to get back to where I was physically. And so I started hitting the gym again very religiously. And I had a lot of, new routines in place and stuff. And it was just, that was like the quarter for health. And there was always priorities. I just realized there was always priorities. I was just like subconsciously making them, not really understanding really the significance. But I'd say taking 2026 as it is right now, I'd say the beginning, the first quarter, which currently as I'm recording this, I think it's February 21st. I think it's the 21st of February. Yeah. So we're almost done with the first quarter. But this has been a very focused quarter. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, it's like I'm stressed right now with all this work, but like I might go into second quarter and sacrifice a little bit on the work to prioritize on something I'm neglecting. So right now, I'm neglecting on basically everything apart from work. Like my four burners, if you took my four burners, like work is at nearly 100%, and then everything else is like very, very small flame. So, that's why I'm successful. No, I'm kidding. But that's why I'll be successful. I don't know, man. This is kind of a yap. I haven't yapped in a while, so it's nice to, speak with you guys. You guys are like family to me, by the way. But I'll say this, I feel very enlightened and refreshed when I do one of two things. I pray with God and I speak on YouTube. Those are like two things that when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling confused, I always do and I feel much better. So thank you for you guys for watching. And yeah, this is just kind of a reflection of how I feel over the past couple days. Have not been working, have been prioritizing on the little stuff that, need my attention most. And yeah, and I hope the four burner theory kind of helps you understand things. Maybe you can apply it to your life. Peace and love, guys. Peace and love. Cheers.